Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of the Daily 8 here on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Penarski with the top 8 stories you need to know for your Tuesday. But we do have to start off with some breaking news that just happened about an hour ago as the director of the Secret Service, Kimberly Cheadle, resigned from her position in that role following the assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump. Cheadle had spent all day yesterday in front of Congress testifying on what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th. She had been the director of the Secret Service since August of 2022 and has been facing calls for her resignation since the attempt on the former president's life. In an email sent to her staff earlier today, Cheadle said, quote, "I take full responsibility for the security lapse. In light of recent events, though, it is with a heavy heart that I have made the difficult decision to step down as your director," close quote. We will have more information later on today as this story continues to unfold. Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming and into the first of 8 top stories for your Tuesday, and this one takes us to the other side of the state of Michigan. After a long manhunt in Wayne County, the man accused of shooting and killing a police officer has been arrested. 44-year-old Michael Lopez is charged with the death of 26-year-old Officer Mohammed Saeed on Sunday. Lopez was found in Detroit just before 6:30 last night, and he was taken into custody. Police in Melvindale, where the shooting happened, said that Saeed was responding to a call of a suspicious person in the area when a chase broke out between Saeed and the suspect, which ended with a tussle and then the officer being shot and ultimately dying. A funeral for Saeed will be held in Melvindale on Friday. And next up, the news of President Joe Biden not seeking re-election has left Democrats wondering who will be the new nominee, especially as we approach the Democratic National Convention next month. Vice President Kamala Harris has been endorsed by many leaders and lawmakers here in Michigan, but it will be up to the delegates at the DNC, and we here at News 8 got the chance to speak to one of them yesterday. Dallas Dean Jr. will be heading to Chicago in August, and he gave his opinion on the historical significance of this year's election. While he said that there is no sure thing for the Democratic ticket as of yet, he doesn't expect there to be any contention at the DNC. Again, that is kicking off next month in Chicago. And now for a look at what we're working on for you later today, we take a look at a recent case from the Michigan Supreme Court on citizens' right to run during interactions with law enforcement. Our Amanda Porter joins us now with more.
Tonight on News 8 at 5 and 6, the United States Constitution is supposed to keep you free from unreasonable search and seizure, but a man in Kalamazoo visiting his girlfriend at an apartment complex had his rights violated. I analyzed the case that the Michigan Supreme Court overturned earlier in July. All that and more on Wood TV at 5 and 6.
All right, thanks, Amanda. And again, that is coming up later tonight, where you can find Amanda's full story and all of our evening newscasts. But then you can also find the full story, including the web article and her full television package, on our website, woodtv.com, coming up later tonight as well. And you may have noticed some rather smoky conditions during your commute this morning. Well, that's because wildfire smoke is back in West Michigan. The fires are blazing in Canada right now, and upper level winds have then brought that smoke from those wildfires down south to us here in West Michigan and lots of other parts of the country as well, as you can see on that graph right there. This is a little similar to what we saw last year, but hopefully not as widespread or as long lasting. The smoky look to our skies will hopefully last only just a few days longer. It should be done by sometime tomorrow as rain. Again, we're expecting a little bit of rain tomorrow. That should inevitably push out the rest of the smoke and then clear up skies for the rest of the week, hopefully. And now for some consumer news. We see it all the time to always make sure that you double check your emails, because for all you know, it could be from a scammer, and before you know it, you've clicked on a link that you shouldn't have and you've been compromised. It might be easy to just start ignoring or straight up deleting them, but if you got an email from the Social Security Administration recently, that might be a real email and not a scam at all, and you might want to take a look at it. The email asks all users who signed up for an account with them before September 2021 to update their credentials. That's an actual email from the Social Security Administration, and you should follow those instructions on there. Our parent company, Nexstar, actually confirmed this information with Social Security earlier this week. The best way to know if an email is a scam or not is to make sure, again, you double check that sender of that email in the first place. And if you're still unsure, be sure to give them a call. In this case, the Social Security Administration. Give them a call over the phone. Be sure to fact check them and make sure that that was indeed a real email. And now something to keep on our radars for next month. Connor Stalions, the former Michigan football employee who was at the center of an alleged sign-stealing scheme at the university last year, he's getting his own Netflix documentary. Stalions will appear in an episode of the streaming giant's documentary series Untold. The episode will be called Sign Stealer, and Stalions himself will appear in the episode and speak on the case that led to Jim Harbaugh's 3-game suspension during the Wolverines championship run. The Stalions episode is set to release on Netflix starting on August 27th. Now let's take a look at your forecast with our Storm teammate meteorologist Scott Larson.
Mostly sunny skies, a peaceful start to the day. Temperatures should lift into the lower and middle 80s for this afternoon. We're tracking a boundary which is going to continue to sink to the south. There will be a growing chance of showers and storms as we continue through the day. You can see on the afternoon planner that we will have some scattered storms with us as temperatures look to rise near 85 degrees this afternoon. Behind that boundary, we also expect to see some more atmospheric wildfire smoke. That'll sink in from northwest to southeast and could be a little bit of an issue as we go through tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Scott. We have one last story for you today. A group of students in Muskegon have taken it upon themselves to help with the beautification of the downtown area. All summer long, the 4 students have been going across the city and painting new murals and giving old ones touch-ups as well. This is part of the Nancy K. Poppin program, which started a few decades ago to help lower-income families in the area afford art lessons. The city of Muskegon contacted the program to see if they were willing to help this summer, and the students gladly accepted and got right to work. The group said that they hope to finish all of their paintings by the end of the summer, and just taking a look at them, they sure do look impressive. And those are your top 8, or I guess 9 stories of the day. As a reminder to everyone, you can always find more information on all of the stories mentioned on the Daily 8 and also watch recaps and replays of the Daily 8 simply by heading on over to our website, woodtv.com. And that is also where you can find our new reality digital series, The Octathlon, to get you set for the Olympic Games. They kick off later on this week. The first 5 events in the Octathlon are now available to watch, and it was a lot of fun filming them, and hopefully you have a lot more fun watching them. And again, we're going to have the 3 remaining events scheduled and posted on our website later on this week as well. And also coming up later on this week, over on the Live Desk, we'll be joined by comedian Jeff Allen. He's coming to Grand Rapids next month, and he's taking time out of his busy day to sit down and talk with us and kind of preview that show a little bit. That is happening tomorrow, and that is also the next time we'll see you here on the Daily 8, on the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, hoping that everybody has a great rest of their day.